Hey guys, just real quick before we get started, I wanted to let you know that this video, adding the fuel stabilizer, can be done prior to the season if you're preparing your machine a fair amount in advance and you're afraid that your fuel might get gunked up. Also, if you do not drain the fuel at the end of the season and you want to keep your fuel in your machine, adding the stabilizer is the way to do it. Also, check out my other videos. I do have a handful of other Ariens Snowblower prep videos. Thanks and hope you like it.
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is it's late November in New Hampshire. We may or may not get snow for another month or so. So what I'm gonna do is fill the tank up. It's about halfway full now. I'm gonna fill it up with gasoline, also add a stabilizer to it. You can use any stabilizer, check the manual. But what I'm gonna do is turn the fuel to the off position. Oops, turn it to the off position. Basically run the machine dry, so whatever's in the carburetor will run out, and then we'll move on to the next step of adding the fuel stabilizer. Okay, so the fuel's off, it's on the up position, keys on. I'm gonna start it. Okay, so of course it stopped right after I recorded. That's fine. It only took about a minute to run on the fuel that was in the carburetor. So I'm basically just following these steps of the manual right here where it says add a fuel stabilizer to extend your fuel life. And to turn the fuel off, like we said, make sure the engine's off. Okay, add fuel stabilizer, following the manufacturer's instructions. So we're gonna follow the sta-bil. We're gonna turn the engine on after adding the stabilizer, restart it. Basically let the new fuel with the stabilizer get put into the carburetor so it doesn't gunk up the carburetor. Okay, so I'm gonna put about an ounce in. I don't have the exact specs of how much fuel is in here, but 1 ounce should be plenty. And then it says, yeah, run the engine for 5 minutes after adding the product to treat the fuel system. So I'm gonna check my levels on the side, put on something more level so we can see. So I'll pour it till it's about 5.5. That should be plenty. I'll do a little bit more. It didn't get to my mark. All right, so that was about an ounce of fuel stabilizer. And now I'm gonna completely fill the engine with 93 fuel, again, only up to the plastic piece in there. Close it, and we'll start the engine up for about 5 minutes. Again, as a really important reminder, you're only filling up to that red fuel fill line anymore, and it's going to be a real pain in your butt. Last year I did that and I had to go buy a turkey baster and mess with taking out extra fuel, and it was just a real bad time. So you want to make sure you do everything before the snow comes, ideally. So turning the fuel back on, keys still on, make sure everything's good. We're basically gonna run this for 5 minutes according to the sta-bil instructions, and the manual said at least a minute. So we're gonna let this go and we'll come back.
Alright guys, that's it. We successfully added the stabilizer and the machine's now ready for the winter. Again, you can also do this at the end of the season if you do not run your snowblower dry, meaning if you do not get all the gasoline out of there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it helped a little bit. Check out my other videos and have a great day. Thanks guys.